Hello everyone, this is Mark Blake at Broadcast Vision Entertainment. Wanted to put together a brief video on our newest product. And what this product is, it's our solution to protecting and hiding those cable boxes, satellite boxes, IPTV boxes, the cab box, and also two extenders if you're using those. There's enough room in there for that. Many of you know that the cable companies are requiring a set-top box for each piece of cardio equipment unless you're doing a head-in system. And most of the facilities are going with the individual boxes and they're installing them right next to the cardio equipment. So storing these nicely, hiding them, protecting them has been a challenge. So we think this product solves that issue. All right, so let's talk about measurements. 24 inches long, 6 inches wide, and 4.5 inches high. Now, you can purchase this as a standalone system, or if you wanted to add additional Raceway and device boxes, you could do that. So I want to put it out there. It's available. We're going to just talk about this system, of course, but really you could add on additional Raceway if you wanted to. Color options, you can do a slate gray for a cover, or you could do brushed aluminum. You can see here we have an end stop here. It's a metal end stop. We include that. 2 screws in there, nice and secure, and then also very clean from every angle. As far as installing this, you have a couple ways. You can do this in a couple ways. You can put this on top of the floor. That's what this is kind of representing here. Or we also include side strips that would allow you to put it in the floor. So this area would be somewhat flush with that existing floor. This is a 2-gang device box. Need more than that? Not a problem. You could use a 3-gang here. And then what I've done is, this is power, and you'll see why I did that. This is power on this end, and then I have dual RJ45 and coax here. Now, if you wanted to do dual power, you could do that. It's fine. You want to do an HDMI, you could do that as well. Also, you can see here I have a brushed insert and I have a couple cables coming out. And we'll talk about what these cables are. But if you wanted to run everything through the side here, into the track, into your ports, and you could do that as well. And you wouldn't even have to use this area if you didn't want to. You just buy a plate to block that off. No problem at all. So again, very flexible. I don't like locking you into needing to do anything in a certain way. And that's what we've done here. So I'll take this apart so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. And let's go over the cable here first. This is just a simple Cat6 cable. This is assuming that you're using our cab box to control the cable boxes. Now, for those of you who are not familiar with the cab allows the cardio equipment console controls to control an individual cable or satellite box. So if you didn't have the cab, you either would have to do a head-in system, or you'd use a battery operated remote control to control those individual cable or satellite boxes or IPTV boxes. Okay, so that's what the cab does, and that's what that represents. Now, majority of the cardio equipment manufacturers that work with us have these ports on the back of the console or at the bottom of the cardio equipment. And these are just RJ45 ports. So you just plug that in there and your cab is activated, okay? And coax, this represents TV signal. Could be HDMI. Really depends on what your situation is, what the cable box output is, and what your requirements are from a cardio equipment standpoint, okay? But then again, like I said, you don't have to run it out of this brushed insert. You could do it through here if you wanted to, okay? So let me just take this apart. Excuse me. Cover, nice and vented here. You got some good airflow. Good coverage too. I mean, you have some good space here. And the reason I wanted to show you this, a lot of the older cable and satellite boxes have, kind of wall warts, power bricks on them. The new ones, I've been told, do not have that. They're internal. So you're probably not going to run into that with the newer ones. But I wanted to show you that and also show you that we have enough clearance there. That's one reason we have it designed the way we do. And so this would just be simply power to the cable box. And in the cab, as you can see, it's plugging into an adapter that we include to the Cat6 line. Excuse me. The other side of the cab is an IR emitter that just sticks on the front of the cable box where it has that little IR eye, okay? that's pretty much all she wrote. Like I said, there's a coax coming in. So let me just take this out so you can see the openings a little better. Try to do this gracefully. Also too, this is what I would consider a medium-sized cable box. Here's an even smaller one, what they call a DTA. It's almost about half the size of that. You can angle that in any way you want. And then I mentioned extenders earlier. Here's an extender if you're extending, signal over Cat5 or Cat6. And a lot of the extenders require dual power, so from the transmitter and the receiving end. So that you could definitely use that other plug there for that. All right, and there's plenty of room, as you can see, to put that in there. But openings, you have this nice, plenty of opening here on the side. Here's one, here's two. Excuse me. Slide through here, get to your device box. So that's pretty much it. So thanks for tuning in. And contact me with any questions, and I'll get back to you promptly.